Let us talk about what makes Gojo Satoru genuinely untouchable. Not just strong, not just skilled, completely untouchable. He was born with two abilities that have never existed in the same person in all of Jujutsu history. The first is the Limitless technique, a cursed energy ability that gives him total control over space itself. He can slow down anything approaching him to an almost complete stop. He can attract and repel objects and energy at will. He can compress and release space to create explosions powerful enough to erase anything in existence. But his most terrifying ability is not even an attack, it is his defense. Infinity, an invisible barrier that surrounds his entire body at all times, automatically slowing down every single attack before it ever reaches him. You cannot punch him, you cannot cut him, you cannot curse him. Nothing reaches Gojo Satoru, ever. And on top of all of this, he has the 6 eyes, the rarest ability in Jujutsu history. Eyes so powerful they process everything around him in perfect detail and allow him to use his cursed energy with zero waste. He could fight forever and never run out of power. His domain expansion, Unlimited Void, traps enemies inside infinite information. Their brains receive so much data all at once that their bodies completely shut down. Most enemies are finished in less than a second. He is not the strongest sorcerer alive. He is in a category that does not have a name yet, and yet, this man who can see everything chooses to cover his eyes. The 6 eyes process so much information that without the blindfold, Gojo would be overwhelmed by the constant stream of data his brain receives from the world around him. The blindfold is not weakness, it is control. It is Gojo choosing how much of the world he wants to see at any given moment, and when he takes it off, when those pale blue eyes open in battle, it means he is done playing. Every single enemy who has ever seen those eyes uncovered has lost. But here is the moment that broke the entire Jujutsu Kaisen fanbase in half. Satoru Gojo, the untouchable, the unbeatable, the strongest who ever lived, was sealed, not defeated in battle, not overpowered by a stronger enemy. Sealed, trapped inside an object called Prison Realm through a plan that took years to set up, because every single enemy knew the truth. You cannot beat Gojo Satoru by fighting him. The only way to stop him is to outsmart him. And that is the lesson that his entire story teaches. Strategy beats power. Intelligence beats strength. Even the greatest force in the world has a weakness, and that weakness is the space of a single unguarded moment. Because behind all of that power was just a person who was completely alone. Gojo was born with abilities so far beyond everyone around him that from the very beginning, no one could truly stand beside him as an equal. He grew up in a world where he was needed by everyone, but understood by no one. The one person who came closest to understanding him was Suguru Geto, his best friend, his equal in a different way. The one person Gojo could talk to without performing, without pretending. And losing Geto, watching him fall into darkness and eventually having to face him as an enemy, was the wound that never healed inside Satoru Gojo. Satoru Gojo challenged a broken system. He rejected the corrupt elders who controlled Jujutsu society. He believed that power should protect people, not control them. He gave everything to a world that could never truly understand what he was. He was playful because seriousness reminded him of loneliness. He was confident because doubt would have destroyed him. He was the strongest because he had to be. Because if he ever stopped being the strongest, the people he loved would have nothing standing between them and the darkness. He did not just carry the weight of being the most powerful sorcerer alive. He carried the weight of everyone who depended on that power to survive. Satoru Gojo was not just the strongest, he was the loneliest. And he smiled through every single second of it. Subscribe to Peak Anime because this is the content that actually hits different. Only peak, never mid.